Imagine a place where the rules you know simply do not apply. A land so remote, so isolated, that its customs can challenge everything you believe to be normal. Where, in the frozen heart of the largest country in the world, husbands not only allow, but encourage their wives to spend the night with strangers. Yes, you heard right. In the vast and icy territory of Russia, an ancient custom defies morality and understanding. This is Chukotka, and you are about to uncover its deepest secrets. Welcome to World Unveiled. Today, your journey takes you to Chukotka, the most isolated, enigmatic, and fascinating land in Russia. With its 17 million square kilometers, Russia hides corners that seem from another planet. Chukotka is one of those places, a region of frozen landscapes, untouched beauty, and indigenous traditions as rich as they are surprising. Customs so peculiar that by the end of this journey, you will have a new perspective on human diversity and what hospitality truly means. Get ready to be amazed and shocked. Join us to explore the 20 most incredible facts about Chukotka, unraveling step by step the enigmas that shape life in this untouched land. And yes, we will dive into the truth behind that practice that left you breathless. Stay until the end. Let's start by unraveling the geography. In the far northeast of Russia, where Asia meets America, lies Chukotka, an area of 777,000 square kilometers, vast and desolate, bordering the frigid Arctic and Bering Seas. It is the easternmost point of continental Asia, a true end of the world. Its landscape, a tapestry of rugged mountains, endless tundras, and silent taigas, is a constant reminder of the power of nature. The climate, brutal. Winters plummet to -35°C, and summers are so short that they barely exceed 14 Celsius. It is a challenge to existence itself, but life, against all odds, flourishes here. Transition to images of Arctic flora and fauna, mosses, lichens, reindeer, wolves, polar bears, walruses, whales, inspiring music, but still with a touch of seriousness, even under such extreme conditions. Chukotka is a sanctuary of biodiversity. Mosses and lichens cover the land like a resilient carpet, and the fauna is remarkable. Reindeer, wolves, Arctic foxes, and the majestic polar bear. The icy waters of the Arctic are home to walruses, seals, and an impressive variety of whales. And during the brief summer, more than 200 species of migratory birds travel thousands of kilometers to nest here. But this natural wealth, ironically, is also a point of vulnerability, especially in the face of human activity, such as mining, which threatens this delicate balance. In the heart of Chukotka pulses the life of the indigenous peoples, especially the Chukchi. They are the soul of this land. With unwavering pride in their traditions and cultural identity, they keep their language alive, teaching it to new generations. Their clothing, made from reindeer skins, is not just attire, it is richly decorated artwork, symbols of connection to their ancestors and the Arctic nature. The cuisine, based on reindeer meat, fish, and seafood, is a testament to their adaptation to an unforgiving environment. And music and art, they are the voice of ancient legends, a spiritual link that unites man with the world around him. The women of Chukotka are the backbone of these communities. Known for their strength and resilience, they play vital roles, both in demanding physical tasks and in leadership and cultural preservation. And here, a curious detail, the taste for piercings, which goes beyond aesthetics. They are marks of identity, culture, and status, a reflection of a society where feminine strength is celebrated in all its forms. In Chukotka, hospitality is not just a courtesy, it is a golden rule, a pillar of survival. For the Chukchi and Yupik, refusing a guest is more than a lack of manners. It is a serious offense. In a land where life can depend on mutual cooperation, where snowstorms and temperatures of -30 Celsius are the norm, hospitality is a vital necessity. At their homes, the Uranga, traditional tents made of wood and reindeer skin, ingeniously designed for nomadic life, offering thermal insulation against the extreme cold and resistance to biting winds. Every detail is a testament to their ingenuity. In Chukotka, hospitality is not just a courtesy, it is a golden rule, a pillar of survival. For the Chukchi and Yupik, refusing a guest is more than a lack of manners. It is a serious offense. In a land where life can depend on mutual cooperation, Where snowstorms and temperatures of -30 Celsius are the norm, hospitality is a vital necessity, and their homes, the Uranga, traditional tents made of wood and reindeer skin, ingeniously designed for nomadic life, offering thermal insulation against the extreme cold and resistance to biting winds. Every detail is a testament to their ingenuity and the deep connection of indigenous peoples with their environment. In addition to the customs that have already surprised you, Chukotka hides more mysteries and peculiarities that define its identity. Did you know that while whaling is prohibited in almost the entire world, the indigenous peoples here have special permission for this practice? This exception is part of international agreements that recognize the cultural and subsistence importance of this activity for them. For the Chukchi, whaling is more than a source of food, it is an ancestral tradition, a ritual that involves skills passed down through generations. Speaking of survival, in such a remote region with limited access to modern medicine, the Chukchi have learned to heal themselves through nature, mosses, lichens, and fat from marine animals like seals. Each element of the tundra is a natural remedy with anti-inflammatory and healing properties. This is the wisdom of those who live in brutal harmony with the environment and know how to extract everything they need from it. But all this resilience comes at a price. Living in Chukotka is a gigantic financial challenge. The cost of living in the region is one of the highest in Russia, mainly due to the extreme climate. The tundra is not conducive to agriculture, which means that almost all food needs to be imported, driving up prices. Fresh fruits and vegetables, for example, are considered luxury items. Transportation to this remote region adds significant costs. Additionally, heating is essential during the long winter, and fuel consumption represents a significant portion of household expenses. To get around, they traditionally use dog sleds, reindeer carts, motorboats, and snowmobiles. An adaptation to the limited infrastructure. And the climate? It is so extreme that Chukotka is known as the land of 50 degrees. Yes, temperatures can drop to an impressive -50 Celsius in winter, making it one of the coldest regions on the planet. But what shocks is the contrast. In summer, in some wine-sheltered areas, temperatures can surprisingly reach +30 Celsius, a climatic duality that shapes not only the environment, but every aspect of the way of life of its inhabitants. The ingenuity of the Chukchi goes beyond what you can imagine. They have a deep knowledge of reindeer, essential animals for their survival. Among their unique skills is the practice of shoeing reindeer. Unlike horses, reindeer shoes are not made of metal. Instead, the Chukchi use natural materials like wood or bone, adapted to protect the animal's hooves on icy and uneven terrain. These improvised shoes provide additional traction and help prevent injuries on slippery ground. And their numerical system, interestingly, they use a vigesimal system based on 20 instead of decimal. This way of counting has roots in ancestral practices and reflects the way the Chukchi think. And here is a fact that connects this remote place to the world we know. The coast of the Chukotka Peninsula, located in the far northeast of Russia, is only 4 kilometers from Alaska, separated by the Bering Strait. This short distance connects to continents Asia and North America. During winter, when the waters of the strait freeze, the connection between the two territories becomes even more evident, allowing the crossing of animals and, historically, of indigenous peoples. This geographical proximity is reflected in the culture of the communities that inhabit both sides, such as the Chukchi and the Inuits, who share traditions, languages, and survival practices adapted to the Arctic environment. Furthermore, the area has great ecological importance, serving as a habitat for various marine and terrestrial species. Despite the political barrier that separates Russia and the United States, the Chukotka Peninsula and Alaska symbolize the historical connection between the peoples of the Arctic. Oh, and yes, I forgot to mention that this region is rich in gold, with mines operating under extreme conditions, being a vital pillar for the local economy, but also a challenge for the delicate ecosystem. And to visit all of this, even Russian citizens need special authorization, a control to protect the communities and the fragile ecosystem. We have reached the most intriguing and perhaps the most controversial point of our journey. What brought you here? Among the Chukchi, there is a traditional custom that may seem unusual or even unacceptable to other cultures, but is fundamental to understanding the depth of their hospitality. Yes, married women have the freedom to sleep with visitors who arrive in the community. But before your mind jumps to conclusions or judgments, It is crucial to understand this in the context of their values and reality. For the Chukchi, this practice has no negative connotations, as it might in our culture. Far from it, it is seen as an extreme gesture of hospitality, of respect for the guest, and a demonstration of the deep mutual trust among community members. Think with me, in such a remote region, with such an extreme climate, where social ties and cooperation are literally fundamental to survival, mutual help, a human connection, can be the difference between life and death. This custom is, in part, a reflection of a worldview that prioritizes human connection and cooperation above all, where generosity extends to all forms of support. Although less common today, the custom is still respected as part of the rich and complex cultural heritage of a people who have redefined the concept of welcome, forcing us to expand our own horizons on what is acceptable and what is universal in the human experience and how culture shapes life. It is a testament to the depth of human adaptations and the strength of community ties in extreme conditions. And with these fascinating and sometimes shocking revelations, we conclude our unforgettable journey through Chukotka, this intriguing region full of contrasts, where life is shaped by relentless extremes, but also by a culture of unwavering resilience, ancestral wisdom, and a hospitality that transcends the barriers of what we know. We saw how survival in the most inhospitable environment on the planet forged a people with values and practices that force us to question our own truths, challenge our prejudices, and expand our understanding of what it means to be human. Chukotka is a powerful reminder that the world is vast, surprising, and full of secrets waiting to be uncovered. Each culture has its own logics, its own beauties, its own proofs of strength, and its own challenges. And true wisdom, the true reward of unveiling the world, lies not just in accumulating facts, but in seeking to understand, in opening the mind to what is different, in contextualizing before judging. It is in places like Chukotka that we learn the true dimension of human diversity and the deep connection between the environment and the spirit of a people. What fact about Chukotka did you find most interesting and perhaps most surprising? The extreme generosity that defies norms, life at an unbelievable -50 degrees, the ingenuity of reindeer shoes, or the incredible proximity to Alaska, uniting continents? Leave your comment below. We love reading your perspectives and understanding what intrigued you most on this journey. If you enjoyed uncovering these secrets of the planet with us and felt inspired by this exploration, don't forget to like the video. It helps us immensely to reach more explorers like you. Share this video with your friends and family so that more people can embark on this journey of knowledge, mystery, and overcoming. And most importantly, subscribe to World Unveiled and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss our upcoming explorations and unveil the most fascinating secrets and impactful truths of our planet. Together, we will continue to unveil the secrets of the planet, one journey beyond obvious at a time. Thank you for watching and see you on the next adventure.